and analyzing and drooling and gushing and stalking is absolutely amazing to listen to, and I think I've listened to this week's podcast about 10 times. They're so on the ball about the TVD characters and the motives behind their actions.
I'm freaking out.
Can we keep you forever?
I want to know her name. Okay, I'm going on TVD's blog, and we're following this girl, because that's amazing.
Yeah.
What was the question?
About Stefan changing his love for Elena.
I don't think she could ever do anything to make him not love her. Because I think he does love her in every single way. I just think that, like Jay said, their love is changing, especially after everything that's happened this last season with him being a scary ripper, even though it wasn't all that scary.
I think your love should change. So that's not necessarily a bad thing to Selena shippers. I think that your love has to change as you grow older, as different things come in and out of your life. Okay. Go ahead, Jen.
But yeah, I agree with Jay on the entire thing. I think that their love is changing, and I think that's the dynamic of the show, because for as long as the show's going to go on, they're going to have to go batting back and forth between the two boys. So I think that both of their loves are going to constantly start to change. Because, true. Now, Anna, go ahead.
What's the question?
You're answering. Are we done answering that question?
What was the question?
If Stefan's love for Elena will change.
Wait, if
we were all thrown for a loop by that post.
I totally was, because I went to go find her name, and then I saw the thing. So, can Elena do anything to make Stefan not love her? I don't know. I don't like to think about it, because I want them to just be friends. I think if she got together with Damon before things had ended clearly with Stefan, I think that would hurt him, obviously. I can't hear you guys.
We're not talking.
Well, we're not talking.
we're on pins and needles listening to you.
I'm so sorry.
Duh.
Honestly, I don't know if he would be able to come back from that, just because think of all of the manipulation with Catherine, and all of that triangle stuff with Catherine. I don't think either of them would be able to come back from that. You know what I mean?
That's a really good point.
Like, it's taken so long, and we don't even know if Stefan's going to be able to forgive Catherine still. I think he will. I think he still loves her.
I think the severity of what happened between him and Catherine isn't that great.
Like,
I think that's one of my most unpopular opinions that I have, is that whatever Catherine did to them wasn't that big of a deal, because she compelled them not to be scared of her.
But she didn't compel their love.
In love with her.
But the thing is, we have that in a deleted scene, but we don't have that in the show.
No, we need that. Why would the writers do that to us?
Those jerks.
That was depressing. I loved the scene, but I was like, what the fuck were you thinking, people?
And you know what? I don't know how Damon would feel if Elena got together with him while she was still technically with Stefan either. Because they have all been through this. They know how that story goes, and I don't think any of them is eager to repeat it.
Well, we're not talking about Elena's love for Stefan.
No, we're talking about them being able to come back from whatever, and I don't think if she got together with Damon while she was still with Stefan, I think that's kind of the unforgivable from both of them. From Stefan and from Damon.
See, for me, I want Stefan to be okay, and I want, her to realize, that she accepts Damon the way she is, and I want her to choose. I don't want it to be because one brother's away. I don't want it to be because Damon's snapping.
Exactly.
I want her to sit there and go, clear. I choose so-and-so, and I will agree. I may not agree with her decision, but I will respect it.
Yeah.
If they do a default romance, I'll be pissed off no matter who it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep, exactly.
So,
because if you pick someone off a default, then you don't really know what they would have chosen.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
We would have never really known if she truly loved Stefan or we know she loves both of them, but it's like you would have never known
which one she would have chosen.
Yeah,
for real. Yep. Actually, I choose you.
If she chose Damon right now, I'd kind of be like, well, are you only choosing it because Stefan's not around?
Yeah.
And he would bring that up. You know that.
Yeah. And let's say, like Jen said, let's say let's say Elena became a vampire. Okay? Damon turned her, and then Stefan comes back, and he's fine. She would be like, okay, I changed to be with Damon, but now Stefan's back, so what do I do now?
Yeah.
And I don't want that. I want her to choose, and then, like, whatever life she decides to have with that person, have it. I don't care. Just choose.
Sorry, this is a little bit off topic when you were just saying about Damon turning Elena.
Yeah.
I read a fic, and I cannot remember the name of it or anything right now, unfortunately. But Elijah was actually saying in it to Elena. He's like...
Dark side of the moon.
Yep.
I don't know. When he was saying, like, I don't think your love should be the one to kill you.
Dark side of the moon.
Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah. Is that the update? Okay, yeah. I remember that. And you know what? I loved that. Because, you know what? I think it's always kind of freaked me out when it was Damon. Like, when she turned in fics and it was, like, Damon ending her life. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I like his blood in her body.
I agree with that. I don't mind that at all. But... him poisoning her, snapping her neck or whatever. It's just wrong. That. And I think everything scarring. In his body would just reject that too.
Yeah. That's why in all my fics, whenever I have Elena turn, like, it's always like she has his blood in her system and then some freak accident happens.
Yeah.
I can't make him turn her because that just seems so...
He can't stare her in her doe eyes and kill her neck.
Yeah.
I don't think he would be able to live with that. And I don't think she would be able to live with that. So, yeah. Charlotte, what is your response to the question?
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm sure it's a riveting one.
Oh, yeah, completely not.
This is Charlotte freaking Petrova. Of course it is.
Respect. Okay. I think Anna had the point, like, about her actually going behind his back when they hadn't really finished off their relationship and going with Damon. That's actually what I was going to say.
This is assuming Stefan has his feelings on again, by the way.
But that also, that could maybe be something that would turn his feelings back on. I mean, it could. Something along those lines. I mean, I don't know. It'll be either something Damon does or Elena does. And if it's Catherine, I'm going to, like, jump for joy. Because that would be perfect. But
or Caroline.
That could work. But yeah, I think it would either be that or she would have to do something that would really hurt him. I mean, I'm not sounding intelligent right now. What am I even trying to say? But, you know, it would have to be something that would really get to him for one reason or another. Like something he specifically tells her not to do, assuming he has his feelings off or whatever. Because, like, they had that argument about Elijah and stuff, but they still worked it out. And she wasn't, like, particularly defying him. I think it would have to be a side-choosing type of thing, maybe, if, like, they were having something going on and she chose to side with Damon completely against Stefan's wishes, even if they didn't do anything romantically. I think it wouldn't make him possibly not completely love her, but it would get to him a lot if she did something like that. You know what I mean?
I think that going off of that, if there was something that did make him not love her, I think the only thing I could think of that would actually turn it off all the way is if he fully believed that she became like Catherine.
Yeah.
If he fully believed, even if she wasn't, if he believed that she was like Catherine and toying with both him and his brother, I think that would turn it off.
It's a deception thing.
All right. YDTI WWS, yes, I know it's a Y, not a V, asked if you could bring one character back, who would it be?
Alphabetical order, go.
Anna.
Go.
I want Anna back. I'm saying Anna.
Oh.
So, Charlotte, go.
Do we get to say why?
Yeah, if you want. Of course you can, Charlotte.
Oh, why is it only one? Because, Anna is so I'm going to go with Lexi. Because Elijah is not dead. But it was like Elijah. It was like Elijah.
That was an evil laugh.
Oh my gosh, Jen. Breathe.
No, it's Jay's turn. Go. Hurry up.
Wait. I get to see why.
Oh my
goodness. If you want to talk about Lexi, that goes into the next question, so just let me know.
What?
Anyway.
Let's just say names. Jay, go.
Anna.
Yeah, Anna. Anna's got to come back. I miss her.
Anna needs to have ghost sex with Jeremy, and then it's so good that it makes her come down to the real world, and boom, she's back.
I just miss her as a character. Melise is so much fun fun to have on set.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a tie between her and Lexi, but I wanted to go with Lexi because I feel like we didn't get enough time with her. And Anna's story arc kind of went all the way around, having to do with her, Pearl, everything.
Well,
I feel scared though if they brought Lexi back, because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't like her if she came back fully.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that ties in with our next question by Eunice.
You skipped one.
I did not.
We can say it after.
Eunice asked, question for the next audio post. Okay, why do you think Lexi is such a lovable character? The very first second she appeared on screen, everyone loved her, and the second Damon staked her, everyone cried out for her to come back. Why do you think that is?
I want to go.
Go, Charlotte.
I want to go last.
Floor is yours.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, had a moment. Okay, so I think there's a lot of reasons why Lexi's character was so loved, but I think from the very first episode, it was interesting because here was a character that had history with Stefan, and it was kind of a peek into the Stefan that nobody had really seen, and it brought out another side of him, the more playful side that we hadn't seen as much that in the beginning of season 1. I mean, he had just been kind of like the romantic, brooding type with Elena, kind of.
Romantic lead.
Yep.
Yeah, basically. Exactly.
Jay, I love you.
And she was so much fun, and she was wise, and she was able to give Elena advice, and I think from there we could see that there was layers to her character, which we did see later on when how she had helped Stefan in his darker days, which I think that was interesting. But from that very first episode, there was just so much potential there where we could see history with Stefan, and she was just a lovable character. I don't know, I just love her personality so much.
Actually, I have an unpopular opinion here. I am pretty indifferent to Lexi's character.
So am I.
But
She's just there for me. I mean, I love what she did for Stefan, but she didn't really, capture me the way she seems to have captured everybody else.
I think everyone likes her because she's kind of this little, bright spot in the show, or she was, she shows up and it's like, let's party for Stefan's birthday, so we got to see his lighter side. I think it's through Lexi that we get to see a lot of Stefan's lighter side, or we would have.
Go ahead.
That's why.
I think that with that whole thing with Lexi and what you said brings up the lighter side of Stefan. I think the reason why everyone likes Lexi is because we got to see the side of Stefan that we liked better than seeing just brooding Stefan. So I think in a way, it's like we love a different aspect of Stefan more than we love Lexi.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not me.
Because
I love Lexi.
Because I think I think another one of the reasons why we like Lexi so much, or liked Lexi so much, she was the first female vampire we were introduced to besides Catherine, even though Catherine wasn't really introduced fully.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Because we had Catherine, who came out and we knew she was a bitch. We knew. Okay? We knew. And everyone loved her. It wasn't that we didn't like her, but we didn't know her all that well. Then all of a sudden Lexi pops in, and she's another vampire. She knows Stefan. She brings out this Stefan that we've never seen before, that we've never known. All of a sudden, this whole other door opens to Stefan's character, and it broadens his horizon as a character. So we now see this whole other aspect of his character. So I think I love Lexi. I'm not saying I don't love her. I love her to death because I think she did a lot for the characters, more than we actually realized. I think she did more for Stefan and more for Elena than we realized. But I think that the reason why everyone loves her is because of her, we got to see a better side of Stefan. Not saying Stefan wasn't a cool character as he was. He is. But we got to see the fun side of him.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why I said I think that's why everybody loved her to begin with. But for me, I just love her in general. I love her personality, and that's only when I think about it that's why I think other people may have thought she was so cool to begin with. But I loved everything she said. I love her personality. I don't know. I just love her because characters like that are the ones that I usually love the most in shows and books. So maybe that's why.
The one thing I have to say about Lexi, though, and bringing back her character and everything, is that I really honestly do think that if they brought her back, some of the things I think she would be a little out of place as a character, because she doesn't like Damon. She gets along with Elena, and she would be trying to fix Stefan all the time. And when you've got the love triangle as it is, it would be hard because we have Caroline already. and Caroline's kind of everybody's best friend. So Lexi would come in. I think that's why they brought in Lexi too, was to broaden Caroline's character later on. Because they brought that in. It's like, you remind me of my best friend.
Lexi,
Yeah. And that's what I love about Lexi too, is that